What is up, guys? This is the Average Johnny coming to you with my first ever video game breakdown. And today we will be breaking down the second set of screenshots and even some in-game footage that has just been provided by WWE 2K Dev for the upcoming WWE 2K18. Keep in mind that this is my first ever narration, so if I sound so freaking unprofessional, please excuse me for that. I will do my best to give you the best analysis so far, because there is a lot going on in this in-game footage, and I'm actually super excited this year. Hopefully it delivers. There's a lot of potential for this game. Hopefully they don't screw up the product, but I'm very hopeful about it. So let's get into this. So the first set of visuals we have is the Raw Arena, which actually looks pretty damn badass. From the steel steps to the entrance ramp to the crowd to the details in the stage, it just looks freaking amazing. We even have a crowd that looks a lot better. They actually don't, they're not the greatest looking models, but honestly that is the least of my concerns when it comes to this game. You know, there's a lot of people out there who actually want the crowd models to look just as good as the superstars, and honestly it doesn't always have to be that way. Looking at that entrance ramp, it's like, holy crap, that looks really cool. The stage is actually made out of steel. You can see the amount of detail that we have. We have the Raw entrance stage, the big banner in the Titantron, and it just it looks very, how many times can I say this? It looks very accurate. The lighting looks really good as of right now. But the only thing that I would have liked to see was an entrance actually being used in this arena, just to get a little bit more taste on what we're getting, because sometimes it could look a little different once the game is actually being played. But as of right now, I'm pretty much satisfied with what we're getting. The game looks really good right now. This whole Raw arena looks a lot realistic, and I think many fans should be pleased about this. Now the next shot that we get is a small little rotation sequence of the model of this year's John Cena, and what can I say about this? It looks a lot better compared to the past, since 2K15 when we went next gen. The thing that I like about this John Cena is the face actually resembles John Cena, and he doesn't look so damn angry like he has in the past 3 games. So that is actually very good. That's actually a really good thing. I'm glad 2K caught up on that, because it just didn't feel right to see John Cena so damn angry when he's supposed to be the biggest babyface in the company. Overall, John Cena looks really great, and I can't wait to see how he looks overall in his entrance. What his entrance will actually be. Will he have any new motion sequences? And I don't know. I honestly, on a side note, I hope we get that John Cena sucks in the crowd. Most likely it won't. Most likely because Vince won't allow it, but we can always hope for it. This next screenshot shows a side-by-side comparison of last year's Brock Lesnar to this year's Brock Lesnar. And there's not really much to say about it, you know, other than the stuff we already know. You know, we got new textures going on, new skin models that look a lot better compared to the previous games. There was never really anything wrong with Brock's model last year, because 2K15 and 16 were atrocious. The models were terrible. Brock's face was all scrunched up. It was all squished together. It looked like he's been punched multiple times. It looked like one of his UFC fights, but nah, just kidding there. But he looks a lot better. His face expressions have really improved for this year's game. It was if anything, this was just more of a touch-up rather than a huge improvement. He didn't really need it because 2K17's was actually very decent. But overall, Brock is looking a lot better for this year's game. I'm looking forward to it. And then next up, we get yet another screenshot of this year's cover star, Seth Rollins. And we get a nice little side-by-side there of Seth Rollins walking in his entrance and ramp in WWE 2K17, and then the next screenshot in WWE 2K18. And what can we say? Pretty much from the same impression we got last week from those screenshots from Seth Rollins. This one looks really great. It looks, again, it's just showing us how the models have just improved. The lighting has improved a lot. And the Seth Rollins model really seemed to improve a lot because there was a lot going on with those evil looking eyes that we see on Seth Rollins in WWE 2K18. The eyes were just really off, popped out a little bit too much. But you look at this year's game, man, they look a lot better. They don't look really popped out that much. They don't really look out of place, or just like, I don't know, just it didn't look too good. That's all I could say about last year's model. But this one really kicks it out, and it's definitely a great improvement. I know many people will be pleased with these new models, with this new Seth Rollins model specifically. Another thing that we could take note of is the hair of Seth Rollins. If we look at WWE 2K17, we see that it looks more jagged, it's kind of just going everywhere. If we look at this next screenshot in 2K18, it looks a little bit more straight, looks a little bit more in place, a little bit more fixed. But the thing is, we still don't have any in-game footage of Seth Rollins' entrance, so we still don't know how this new game will react to long hair, because as we know, the long hair was a huge issue for the WWE 2K games, especially for the women, who many people were not really pleased with. So the thing that really kind of sucks right now is we don't have any women screenshots or even any in-game footage, so we're gonna have to wait a little bit longer just to see that. And finally, after weeks and weeks of waiting, and in some cases people were complaining, we finally got some in-game footage of Randy Orton doing his entrance. And what can we say? There's a lot that we could actually draw about this in-game footage that we were given. First of all, there's nothing really different about Randy Orton's entrance itself. He comes out, he does his little, I'm gonna stretch my back, and then he just does his little walk-in motion into the ring. But there is some things that I kind of noticed that threw me off just a little bit, but who knows, it might just be part of the demo of what they've completed as of right now. For example, when he comes out of the ring, we look at the ground and there's no Titantron on the SmackDown arena. I'm not sure if that's just Randy Orton's entrance itself, or if they decided just not to add it for the SmackDown arena and only for Raw, which in my opinion would be a little bit fucked up. All the arenas deserve the same treatment, they deserve to look as accurate as they should. But who knows, it could be just part of the demo of them creating the game. They might not be finished with it, there might be need a few more touches to be able to be completed. But other than that, the SmackDown stage itself looks accurate. It looks the way it should. It has the right Titantrons. We got the lights coming out. The only thing I will say is that once Randy Orton starts approaching the ring, he starts to look a little bit bright. I'm not sure if that's really intended to happen. He looks a little too glowy. He looks white. But that's just a minor little criticism. It doesn't really bother me too much. It doesn't take away much from the game. For many years, we have always had WWE games that have delivered in one aspect but then failed in another. And after WWE 2K finally announced that we were getting a new graphics engine and we were going to get improved visuals, people were getting so impatient to be able to see the new visuals and to see some in-game footage, just to know that what we're getting and what we're buying and what we're pre-ordering. Because as we probably know, many people have already pre-ordered the game. So the fact that we were able to get this is gonna please a lot of fans, in my opinion, because this game is starting to look really good. The characters look really great. The models look amazing. The lighting looks great. The graphics engine seems like it has really been improved. It's really gonna make this game stand out compared to the other ones. So if you like this video, make sure you leave a like and leave a comment. Leave some feedback about how my narration was today. I know I'm not the best at this because I'm only getting started at it, but practice makes a lot better, so just let me know how I'm doing there. I know I've probably been stuttering a lot throughout this whole video, plus I'm a little sick, so I can't really get my head really into it, but regardless. And don't forget to subscribe if you also like the content. I'll be releasing more later on soon, so have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.